Black. A violent spring of water. Bang, bang, clunk, ouch! And water stops spilling.
Oh, you're an angel, Cecil. Wings, halo, the whole package.
Cecil, 60 plus, tall, hairy, extremely hetero-looking man, looks over at Frankie, 24, with a grumpy face. He just wants to be out of there.
Help yourself to a beer or...
No thank you. I've seen what's in your fridge and I'm not impressed. Skylar, 24, walks in, a Technicolor extravaganza with fairy things coming out of her suitcase. The room is full of wet towels on the floor, trying to dry what's left of an overnight leaking sink. Cecil tries to climb out around the massive suitcase, failing miserably. His tall build only makes this attempt more pathetic.
Sorry.
This isn't how the kitchen looks normally. I have no idea what happened there. So, are you happy with the place?
Skylar looks around the living room, suitcase and bags dropping on the floor. She is referring to...
I didn't know what they were doing, so just say whatever it says there.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's they,
Okay.
technically.
We walk to the fridge. Alcohol, sandwich ingredients, and questionable fruit that is now too brown to identify. She grabs celebratory, cheap, low-quality beers.
Yeah, I'll fit right in. Promise you won't even notice me around.
A bag drops from the top of one of the suitcases with a bang, breaking glass and cutlery.
That wasn't important.
Interior, city flat, bedroom, new. Empty room, Skylar walks in. The bare walls soon start being filled with posters. It is fairy, I keep thinking,
Yeah.
fairy and nursery stuff, sorry. And a giant gay pride flag in a montage of frantic decorating. Frankie walks in the midst of a jungle made of various items. She looks around in horror of the mess and slowly backs away. Noon becomes night as Skylar takes care of the final touches of the room. Candles are lit and soft music is playing. Frankie and Skylar sit in the middle of the room with folders, papers and pens with feathers on top surrounding them.
So how did your parents take it?
I wouldn't know. I left before the fireworks.
Shit.
It's okay. New house, new me. I know what I have to do.
At the same time,
Get a job?
Throw a party.
Skylar, no.
Skylar, yes.
Love that.
interior, city flat, bedroom, new. The room is an absolute mess. Towels all over the floor. In the kitchen, Frankie is walking laps. Her hands are going all over the place as she is a nervous hand talker. She walks inside the room to find Skylar sitting on the bed, trying to wake himself up.
What do you mean, helium import? Is this even legal? I had an email from Blue Tie Brian this morning asking if there will be strippers. Strippers? What the hell, Sky?
Relax, Frank. I swear it'll be...
Skylar's phone rings. The screen splits. On one side, a very out-of-bed looking Skylar, and on the other, James, 24. A loose party animal kind of person, looking like your usual functioning alcoholic/drug dealer, phoning from a party supplies place.
Sorry, I need to take this. It's, Linda from accounting.
Hey man, I have 3 crates of beer, 12 bottles of vodka, and I'm still waiting for the confirmation from the puppy center. What did you just call me?
Oh my god, I need to email this person and call the other person. ... It is urgent, super very important work stuff.
I need to stop by the office right now. Frankie looks at Skylar, hands crossed against her chest, obviously not buying her act. She looks like a disappointed mother.
I'm on my way, Linda. Make sure it's 5 crates. Talk to you in a bit.
Sky, we talked about this.
Skylar collects himself and looks around the clothes explosion that is happening in his bedroom. On the floor, colourful pieces of clothing. As he picks each up, he investigates the state of the clothes, smelling them and throwing them to the other side of the room until he's finally settled for a shirt and a pair of trousers. Picks up a random patterned sock from the floor between the bed and the night table and reaches for another different one that is stuck inside a book like a bookmark. Frankie keeps looking like a disapproving parent. After a pause, Frankie finally gives out a long sigh.
At least tell me what time.
Skylar's smile grows as she walks towards Frankie and gives her a kiss on the cheek.
8:30. And it's 90 steam.
Oh. Interior, city, flat.
You don't have to read all this. It's the description of the party, unless you guys need it for,
I've read through it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just go to the next one. So, city flat, living room, early morning. Frankie slowly wakes up, feathers and glitter all over her face, the face of a hangover and body paint mixed with a sprinkle of confetti. On her chest, there's a stray arm wrapped around her upper body with its owner lost in the pile of people sleeping on the floor next to her. Trying to focus her vision, Frankie sees the silhouette of her new housemate. Skylar looks rough, but at least she's standing.
Morning sunshine. Water, aspirin, go.
What the hell happened last night?
Oh, you really don't want to know. First of all, a raccoon came in.
Interior, city, flat, living room, early morning.
What the hell happened last night, Sky?
No need to shout.
Skylar is sitting on the edge of the kitchen counter, holding her head with her hands. The dizziness of the night before hit hard today with a hangover enough to make her head explode. Frankie attempts to sit up from the floor, stumbling and almost tripping on someone's feet, or maybe her own foot, or maybe her own. At this point, she's still confused as to where her body ends and where her guest begins. She takes a seat right across the flatmate, pouring some water from the kettle to a red solo cup they found on the table from the night before.
That was awesome.
Frankie jolts her head up, instantly regretting as the quick movement hit the massive headache.
Seriously? You think this is awesome? Sky, I think I saw someone's bare ass last night. I did not ask for this.
With a sound pass, they both burst into muffled laughter. Second pass.
Blank page.
A loud groan is heard from the pile of bodies, and a hand waves them to be quiet. They chuckle again and look at each other.
That's funny. I'll make it up to you and I'll clean, promise. Although, do I dare to say I saw you having fun last night?
Too much fun.
And this is a bad thing because
Shut it and make me coffee, will you? You said you'll make up for it.
your wish is my commandment.
And with a jump, Skylar is off the counter, stumbling a bit, but sticking the landing.
Yes.
She reaches up to open the cupboard, and as it opens, a photograph lands flat on the floor.
What the?
On the photograph, a freeze frame of the night before, a group of people mostly recognisable in the most unflattering poses. Frankie, too busy to treat the headache, did not notice the picture dropping. The only thing she sees is a baffled Skylar looking at a piece of paper.
What's that?
Hey, did you notice anyone taking pictures last night?
At the tone of her voice, Frankie raises an eyebrow and gets up from the chair to walk closer and see.
I'm really not the most reliable person to answer this question.
Out of curiosity, half expecting nothing will happen, Frankie opens the cupboard next to them, and there are two more pictures. More invasive, as this time it was of people dancing, and the other one was an extreme close-up of Frankie's face.
Holy shit, who the hell took these pictures?
Frankie is not talking. She looks at the picture with her mouth open. The feeling of shame hits harder than the hang of the headache. Without saying a word, she goes on a mad hunt for more of those pictures. Under the table, behind the microwave, by the chair, more and more pictures appear in a wave of violated privacy. Interior city flat, living room, morning. Frankie almost jogs to the living room, and on plain sight, more pictures. Some were showing the quests, but most of them were of her and Skylar.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Who the hell is this guy?
I don't know, Frank. I have no idea.
In their panic, the bodies on the floor are slowly coming to life in a collective disapproving groan. Frankie is mindlessly looking around the house, not minding stepping on top of people while collecting more of those pictures. Skylar does a body count, face control, and a general check of the guests.
Right, which one of you assholes bought a freaking camera?
The most awake of them, Liz, 25, a girl wearing a weird onesie, gets slowly up, kicking the rest of the people lightly to get them up. I think I saw someone dressed as a cow, or could be a sheep, I don't know. Some farm shit. Anyway, I saw them take a picture of you, so I thought you were friends. Frankie jumps from across the room towards Liz's side, literally stepping on people on her way there.
Who? Do you know their name? Did you talk to them?
Listen, that's all I know. I just came here for the party. Liz snatches a picture off Frankie's hand and chuckles a bit. Oh, look at you getting frisky with...
Out! Now, Liz, all of you, out!
The crowd groaned again, Night of the Living Dead style, and slowly they walked out of the door which had been open this entire time. Once everyone was gone, Frankie put the pictures on the floor, looking at them as Skylar was looking for more evidence. On a bookshelf there was a picture, an instant camera, and a note.
Oh shit. There's a note. Not so perfect after all. Guess what happens next? Exo.
Frankie looks to her flatmate and then back to the pictures on the floor and looking like puzzle pieces of deleted memories. As they both look at each other, the door closes.